Beautiful ladies and money just seem to go together. While it's debatable if money can truly buy happiness, it cannot purchase good looks. Even plastic surgery can only be as good as the source material. Money is not eternal and beauty fades as well. If the two are the foundation of a relationship, it's practically guaranteed that it's going to fail. Beauty can be defined as both natural traits and an athletic body, which can be obtained through a daily sports regimen. However, most of the time, when an athlete's career ends, so do his or her riches. That's why former basketball stars and their spouses tend to divorce, revealing the nature of the relationship. It's difficult to be married to a celebrity, especially when it comes to an athlete who travels from city to city and is vulnerable to temptation wherever he goes. Women are continually tempted since their husbands are frequently away, leaving them alone with all that money. So, what should she do? Knowing what kind of lifestyle they're committing to, the women may eventually marry for the money rather than the basketball player. Since he's nowhere to be found, he might be anyone, right? If things go wrong, there's always the possibility of getting extra money through the divorce. Here are some examples of women who dropped their standards and married wealthy and athletic, but not necessarily attractive men. It's up to you to decide if they genuinely fell in love or if they are more interested in the money. We're not casting fingers here, but we're simply pointing out that appearances were not the driving force behind these partnerships. Up first, we have Dirk Nowitzki and Jessica Olsen. The Mavericks legend and Jessica Olsen are genuinely in love, but one look at the duo is enough to tell anyone that she is not with Dirk because of his amazing looks. Dirk is a good time, but he's also quite wealthy. This helps to explain why Jessica would even consider looking at the German power forward. They married in Kenya in a highly traditional wedding in 2012. Part of it involved kidnapping the bride and forcing Dirk to choose her from a group of veiled ladies. He pulled it off, the wedding went off without a hitch, and the two are now extremely happy together. Let's hope he keeps it up after he retires. Up next, we have Iman Shumpert and Tiana Taylor. This one may be a little controversial because Iman Shumpert isn't a huge earner in the NBA, but have you seen his wife? Have you ever seen her performance in Kanye West's Fade music video? Who in this family is the true athlete? To be honest, Tiana Taylor has the ability to make practically anyone look unattractive in comparison. Shumpert's nearly $10 million per year contract with the Cavaliers will expire at the conclusion of next season, and it's unlikely he'll be able to earn that much money elsewhere. This is going to be their second test of love after living in Cleveland. It may have been difficult for both of them to relocate from New York City. Up next, we have Chris Kaman and Emily Kaman. When your nickname is the Caveman, you're probably not particularly attractive. Chris Kaman had a good NBA career I'm going to say that part again. Chris Kaman had a good NBA career and competed for the German national team in the Olympics. He also made a lot of money, as dependable big guys have always been in high demand in the game. He married the lovely Emily Villemont in 2010, and their kid was born in 2014. Kaman has been out of the league since 2016 due to a series of ailments. Thus, he appears to be retired at this moment. His marriage, on the other hand, is doing well, and congratulations to him. For both of them, I suppose. Up next, we have Matt and Nadia Bonner. Matt Bonner is genuinely a cool, personable guy who takes public transportation and enjoys meat sandwiches, but he lacks excellent looks. You're hardly the epitome of male beauty if your nickname is the Red Rocket. Bonner exemplifies what a role player should be, and he's been a valuable component of the Spurs for more than a decade. His professional year of 08 to 09 was a fairly direct result of his marriage to Nadia in 2008. After marrying someone so lovely, you want to give your best every night. Nadia worked as a hostess at the American Airlines Arena when Matt was still a member of the Raptors. The couple has 2 children. When I look at their family photos, I notice that Nadia always looks gorgeous. However, Matt comes across as a little geeky. Up next, we have Timothy and Alla Mozgov. When a couple marries in a drive-in chapel in Las Vegas, it usually is a joke. They're probably drunk, and the marriage ends in divorce very quickly. That's how the Nets center married Alla in 2011, and it doesn't appear that they're set to divorce, especially now that Timothy has agreed to excessively lucrative contracts that have forced his trade out of Los Angeles. The pair visits Moscow during the offseason because of Alla's friends there, but she stays in the United States with her husband and her kid for the rest of the year. Up next, we have Landry Fields and Elaine Alden Fields. Landry Fields didn't exactly light up New York, but he was meant to be the Knicks' starting shooting guard, small forward of the future for a brief period of time. He even earned a big contract from the Raptors because of his prospective role, but the Knicks did not match the deal. He was a rare example of a solid decision maker. Fields was a bench warmer in Toronto, but was forced to retire due to an injury. Fields married Elaine Alden when he was still a member of the Raptors. The blonde beauty is breathtaking, but did you realize she's also a mother? She gave birth to the couple's 2 kids in 2013 and 2016 respectively. Up next, we have Marko Jaric and Adriana Lima. Marko Jaric, well known for putting on his NBA jersey backwards as he was about to enter a game, not only dated but married an out of his or pretty much anyone's league woman, Adriana Lima, a Victoria's Secret model. She's one of the most beautiful women in the world. Jaric not only married her, but he also impregnated her. The couple has 2 kids, Valentina and Sienna. Jaric struggled in the NBA and eventually transferred to Europe to play for Real Madrid. The Spanish capital is a lovely place, so you can guarantee his wife wasn't moaning. The couple split in 2016, and while we're sure that Lima wasn't with him for his looks, we're sure she wasn't with him for his money. In the number 5 spot, we have Antoine Walker and Evelyn Lozada. They didn't get married, but they were together for 10 years, so that has to count for something, right? Evelyn Lozada has a history of dating athletes, since she was previously named married to wide receiver Chad Johnson and afterwards engaged to baseball player Carl Crawford. There's no doubt about it, the lady has a personality. It looks that if you're a professional athlete, you have a chance with Evelyn. Walker started in interviews that despite always providing for Lozada, she left him once he went bankrupt. She was the star of the reality program Basketball Wives and is undoubtedly doing much better than her ex-fiance now. Up next, we have Beno Udrih and Michelle Wiley. The Detroit Pistons point guard is nearing the end of his NBA career, in which he won 2 NBA championships as a backup with the Spurs. But other than that, and 4 years as a starter with the Kings, he didn't do much else. Not much is also how much is known about his now ex-wife, Michelle Wiley, to whom he was married for 3 years. The couple's most public transaction was the acquisition of a lakeside home in 2013. They sold it for $6.5 million a year later. She appeared to be in love with the dream, but not with the man. Oh, and the previous Miss Udrih was just stunning. In the number 3 spot, we have Jannero Pargo and Malaysia Pargo. Jannero Pargo had a decent career for an undrafted player, but he was never good enough to start. He's now an assistant coach for the Windy City Bulls, the G League affiliate of the Chicago NBA team. Malaysia, his ex-wife, is now more well-known than her ex-husband, having started in Los Angeles version of the hit reality show Basketball Wives. Malaysia, who is stunning, also has her own linen brand. It's also easy to notice a certain imbalance between the two. Malaysia looks for her physique and maintains a trim figure, as proven by her training videos. Jannero, we hope we could say the same for ourselves. She may have married for money, but she had the final laugh because she's most likely had far more than he does now. In the number 2 spot, we have JJ Barea, Zolika Rivera, and Viviana Ortiz. JJ Barea is a fierce guard who played a key role in the Mavericks' 2011 championship season. In Puerto Rico, he's a considerably larger star, having guided the national team to 2 gold medals at the Central American and Caribbean Games. When it comes to his off-court qualities, Barea is unquestionably the NBA's 2-time MVP. The Mavericks point guard is married to Viviana Ortiz, a former Miss Universe in Puerto Rico. They have 1 child as a couple, a daughter. Barea also has a child from his previous marriage to Miss Universe in 2006, Zolika Rivera. What a model of constancy. Perhaps in a few years he will have to hire someone from the competition. And finally, in the number 1 spot, we have Kris Humphries and Kim Kardashian. Who would have guessed that their current spouse would have once rapped about his future wife? He nailed the description precisely, yet that didn't stop Kanye from marrying Kim K. The celebrity is well known for his constantly striving to outdo himself in the drama/reality show department. She soon found a man who's willing to do what she wanted, take part in a heavily broadcasted wedding. Kris Humphries, an NBA journeyman, was that man. The relatively ordinary-looking power forward began dating Kardashian in October of 2010 and married her in August of 2011 on a 2-part television special. The Kardashian filed for divorce the following October. She had received a large sum of money from her television station for the ceremony and was almost ready to go on. Well guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Tip Top Sports, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. I'll see you guys next time and have a great day. Peace.